Welcome. This tutorial is to guide you in setting up a transfer from your CCS K-12 Google Apps for Education account to your personal Gmail account. So transferring all your files or any files, you can choose whatever files you want to transfer. You can also do more than just files, but that's the main thing people want to take with them from their Google Apps account. What we're going to do is use a utility that's built into Google. It's called Google Takeout, and from there we will walk through moving your files from one account to the other. You will need to already have set up a Gmail account and be able to log into both accounts during the process. We will start out in your CCS K-12 account, and notice I'm already in Drive. I will go over here to my face or my logo over here. I'm going to go then to my account. That's where I'm going to find this utility. The utility is in Control Content. And basically what I'm going to do is create an archive of my account and then import that archive into the other account. So I click Create Archive. I'm then set up with a screen to choose what I want to archive. You notice that there's everything selected when I go in here. I don't want to move all that stuff, so I'm going to say Select None, and then what I do want to move is Files. And I'm not really interested in moving every file that's there. I'm going to just move some selected files. And while we're here, one thing I will say is the files that will move are only files that are owned by you. So if you don't own the file, if it was shared to you, then it will not move. You will only be able to transfer files that you own. I'm going to transfer this entire folder right here. You submit one. So I choose whatever files or folders I want to transfer. Say Done. This part of the file formats, I want them to just be the defaults. I want a Word, PDF, Excel, PowerPoint, and that way when I import them back in, I can have them transfer backwards into my Google, my Gmail account. If you don't want to, you can bring these into as Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDFs, and just view those folders there also. I'm not going to move anything else right now. No more transfers. But if you notice, you can transfer all kinds of stuff. All your mail, you can transfer anything you have here. I'll select Next. Here I get to choose what kind of file I want the transfer file saved as. I'm going to choose a .zip, and I want it to just add it to my Google Drive. It'll email you also with a link to it, but I'm just going to add it to my current Google Drive, and now I will click Create Archive. Here, depending on how many files you select, it's going to take a little bit of time to create this. I only selected a little bit of less than 1 megabyte, it says, so it's not going to take long. If you select over 2 gigs, it's going to break this up into separate archive files that you will then have to import as separate files. So you'll go through the import process several different times. So now I just wait here until it finishes creating this archive for me. And I can at this time I could log into my other Gmail account, or just hang out here. This thing will pop up here and tell me that it's done. Since it's not taking so long, here we go. I do have an option. I could close this out if this was a huge file, or if I'm doing everything in my Google Drive account. I could close there and wait until I get the email and then use the email to take me to the link. Since it's not, I'm going to go ahead and use the Open in Drive link to take me straight to my zip file or my archive file. Now from here, I want to go ahead and download this to my computer. So I'm on a Mac. You can see I'm going to download it, and then I'll go into Finder and see where this file is. If you're on PC, you just go into your folder system or go into my computer and find it. This should be downloaded now. It's going into my downloads folder, and there it is. Takeout, blah 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 blah. And it's a zip file, which means it's been compressed so that it would not take up much space as it was downloaded from the internet. So to use that file, I will need to unzip it or expand the file. So I'm going to right-click on it and go to open it with this archive utility, which basically just unzips it, and now I see I have a takeout folder here. That's the folder I'm going to come back to. If I open that up, I can see there's a folder called Drive, and in there is my folder called eSubmit that I wanted to download from Drive. So I'm all done with this. I am here. Now I want to log into my other email account, my Gmail account. So I'm going to add an account, and I'm going to log in. This Gmail account is, it's not part of a Google Apps for Education account. It's just plain old regular Gmail. I'm logged in. The one thing I want to do is go into settings. The first thing I want to do after I get logged into the Gmail account, go to settings, and I want to make sure this is I want to convert the uploads to Google Docs editor format. I want to make sure there's a check mark here. That way, when they come in, they're not Word documents or Excel or PowerPoints. They are docs, sheets, and slides. So make sure that's checked. Say done. Then it's time to upload. I go to New. I want to upload using I want a folder upload because it is a folder. You can't do the file upload. I did notice in Safari, if you're using Safari, back out and use Chrome or Firefox because it doesn't have that option of upload folder. So then I just go looking for the folder that I downloaded and unzipped. So I go to Downloads. It's called Takeout, and in Takeout, and in Drive, there's that eSubmit. So I choose that and choose Upload. Goes through gyrations, depending on what size this is. It uploads, and there is eSubmit, and it has. Apparently, there's some kind of mess up in the way it gets transferred from a form to a file, then back to a form. So the way we need to transfer any forms is you will go from your Google Apps for Education account and share the form to your new account, your Gmail account, as a can edit. Then in your Gmail account, you're going to move that form from shared with me into wherever you need it to be. And then you'll need to make a copy of that. The form, when your account gets deleted or your account is in Google Apps for Education, your CCS K-12 account is deleted or turned off, that form will disappear from you if it's just shared to you. So what you need to do is share it to yourself and then make a copy of that. So now that we have the form here, you can make a copy of it. And now you have the form that belongs to you, it's the copy, and then the form that was shared to you, it's going to go away. And then this file over here is the mess up of the transfer. Now you can do all your files that way. You can share all your files and then make copies of them, but it's not as quick and easy as using Google Takeout. So for forms, this is the way you will need to do it to get the form there. For everything else, you can just use Google Takeout. Thank you for listening. If you have questions, you can email me at cybok@ccsk12.com.